So the best way to do this recipe is to have all the ingredients ready, laid out for you. So then all you have to do is put them together and it'll save time instead of running around. All you need is flour, all-purpose flour. We need some salt, 1 egg, the zest of 1 orange. This is an organic orange because we're gonna eat the zest. So make sure it's organic and wash it up really good. This is cheese. You can use cottage cheese. This is a form of I don't know, it's like a cooking cheese that you can use for, it's cottage cheese, but really, really smooth. Okay, so it's great for baking and you can find it in the dairy section of your store. And of course, a little bit of sugar. I'm using the organic cane sugar. I'm using the cane sugar, but you can use just normal white sugar if you don't have. And of course, some vanilla extract. So let's get started. And we're gonna grate the zest from 1 orange. And of course a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and this is homemade. I'll leave a description in the box below. We add a teaspoon of that, and that's pretty much it. We're gonna whip it all together. Great, so I will leave the link with the homemade vanilla that I make in the description box below so you guys can check it out later on. So I'm gonna use the hand mixer to mix everything together. It's pretty soft, so I can use that, and then we're gonna slowly add the flour. We're gonna mix it with the mixer, then by hand, okay? You can just use the stand mixer if it's easier for you. So now I'm just adding 1 1/4 cups of flour. This is just a sifter that I like to use because it's so handy. There we go. Then we just press on this handle from here, and it's gonna do its thing. Now I forgot to add the baking powder, so I'm just gonna put it in and just mix it up, okay? I'm just going to add it to this sifter. Starting to come up on my mixer, so I'll just take it apart. And this is such a soft dough. It's not supposed to be a very hard one because it's not going to be fluffy. That's pretty much it. My gosh, it's so good. Okay, so the consistency is soft, okay, and slightly sticky, okay? So that's normal. I'm still gonna add a little bit more flour until it comes away from the bowl, okay? So you do not want it too dense, okay? I'm just adding maybe, what was that, 1 tablespoon of flour or so. Great. Now I'm gonna use the countertop, which I already cleaned, or you can just use a big board. I have that as well. We're gonna flour the countertop. We're gonna put the dough on it and roll it out. because we're going to turn it into the donut forms. A little bit more flour on top. This dough is so delicious as is, which you know you shouldn't eat as is, but it's so good. Imagine when it's all fried and with the toppings. Oh my gosh. I don't make this so often, so even though it's delicious, we just make it once in a while because we can't eat only sweets, you know? There we go. So we're gonna roll it out with a rolling pin. Okay, so just under an inch thick, so not too thin, but not too thick. There we go. So I'd say like half an inch. Just put a little bit more flour. Roll it out some more. Make sure it doesn't stick. It's a very soft dough. Great, so now we're gonna head over to the stove and get the oil heated up and going, and then we're gonna cut up the dough. So I'm just going to use this heavy skillet. You can use any kind of frying pan that you have, but it needs to be deep enough so you won't spill over, you won't get splashed by the oil. And of course I'm using the grapeseed oil because it's healthier, but you can use any kind of vegetable oil, sunflower oil for frying your donuts. Here we go. So I'm just turning the stove on high so that it heats up a little bit, and then we're gonna turn it down on medium high. So you're gonna put about 500 milliliters of oil or 2 cups of oil so that they float. I'm just gonna eyeball it. And then sometimes I just reuse the oil if I make something else which is sweet. So again, some other form of Greek dessert that you need to fry in the oil, just put it in a jar and use it next few days or so. There we go. So I'm gonna let this heat up and we're gonna go cut the dough into the forms. So for the form, I'm just using a regular glass cup that I'm just gonna press down with. So it needs to be a circle. And as you can see, if it gets sticky, just put it into the flour so it'll be easy to cut it into shape. There we go. And just don't forget about the oil. I just turned the temperature down. Now I'm using a cap, okay, just to do the middle part. Again, you don't have to do this, but I like to, this is the way, the original way to do it. You make a little hole and then so you're just gonna fry the circles. So I'm just gonna lay them here on a clean board so I can just transfer them right into the oil. There we go. So just put them all there, okay? And then we're gonna transfer them to the stove. Great, let's make sure it's hot. Yep, it's hot enough, that's great. So I have the temperature on medium high heat. There we go. They're almost ready to be flipped over. It smells so good in the house right now. Okay, I have no patience, so I keep clipping them, but yeah, they need to be golden brown. Just gonna add the smaller pieces since there's room. These are the toppers. We're gonna top them up with the little round pieces that we cut out. So I have the lined plate, so just take a flat plate and let them drain of the excess oil right onto the paper towel. There we go. And I'll just bring some more over. So I just cut them up in browns. You don't have to do the circle in the middle if you don't want to. I'll show you the other way, which is simpler, much easier. And sometimes I just go the easy way because the kids need me or we have stuff to do, so I just cut them up and just fry them like that. Okay, so here we are. This is the fun part. Now we're gonna top them up with blueberry jam or cherry jam or some kind of a thin jam that's gonna drip over, and we're gonna add some sour cream to it. So I have here the sour cream. Just gonna mix it up a little bit so it's nice and smooth. You guys, I'm just gonna have a taste. These are amazing. Wow, they're so soft. Guys, they're the best thing ever. This is the best thing ever. You should give it a try and let me know what you think. Wow, so good.